Hello everyone, how are you doing guys? Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, where you watch us. And today I'm so happy because we have a great guest here with us, and it's Otavio Santana. But before everything is, Max, do you have anything to say?
Yeah, I like to say that I'm so exciting because we have a hard work and today we have got good announcement. I think that Otavio Garland, I bring Otavio right here. I think that we are in a good time to announce what we want to do, what to do today. So Otavio, welcome to our session.
Welcome here, Otavio.
Okay. Thank you. I'm glad to be here as well.
Amazing. So, guys, if you are in the chat, so say to us where are you from, where are you watching us right now. It's very interesting to see how much people we are reach out, and it will be amazing. So, Otavio, well, it's lunchtime down here in Brazil, so you anyone is free to get lunch, and if you're free, it's Friday down here in Brazil. We used to say sextou, so it's a kind of preparation for a good weekend. All right,
Yes,
Oh yeah.
and it's amazing to get started a good weekend with an amazing announcement. Am I right,
yes, you're
Gavin?
totally right. And
You're
guys,
right.
today we have two great things to say. The first thing, we have a weekly review, right? And for more specific, because another theme is very, very cool and very, very complex. And Otavio, we invite Otavio to say about this. It's a weekly review. The first moment, we don't have more. No, we close the issue to update and poll. Oops, I don't share my screen. I forgot to show you guys. I only share. And all right, and return to here. We close the issue about update the version poll to in the code examples, right? And after close this, Max, you can say more things about. We send a new release. I'm correctly.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to say thank you for everyone that helped us to contributing to the project. So if I think that you could go to the closet once, because it's very interesting. We can see that. Go click on the closed tab. Yes. No, closed.
Right here.
Yeah, this is. Yeah, and open the special one. Yeah, this is the issue that we have been working on during the sessions, and we can see a lot of discussion, a good discussion down here, and we can see that Bruno also had joined us to help us to contribute to this. So I must thank you him for spending his time to contribute to this project, and it was amazing process. I hope that we continue to increase these contributions, those contributions. So I'm so happy to say that we did a lot of amazing things. We was able to understand how to work, how this project works, and especially because when we are working on the sample codes, we can figure out how those things work. So how can we understand, and how can we contribute with that? So during this process, I was able to realize how those things work, the special piece, especially some other issues that we have been working on. And I must thank you, Otavio, for helping us, to support us to get started with that. And probably this new phase, it will be interesting because we we got a lot of things to do in order to spread the project around the world. I think that we got in good shape to do this, and I must thank Otavio for this opportunity. Thanks again, Otavio. Do you want to say something, Otavio, about that?
No, I'm kidding. Yes, it's my pleasure, of course. I mean, we're talking about community here in the UG Force. But remember, what we did was around Java C. And documentations is never enough, right? So another step that you could do is try to move at least some samples that to the web environment. I mean, you could explore GSF, WebSocket like you did to the repository. I mean, we have the entire Jakarta NoSQL repository to looking for. Uh, Let me take the link here one second.
Sure, great. Yeah, do you want to share?
We did
Do you want to
no
share
no
your screen? Maybe it's a good to explain to the people. Maybe.
no, you can okay, I will explain.
Oh, oh, Gabriel is so so proactive.
Gabriel did not give my the
Like
chance to say
you say
no.
no very later.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. As you can see here, we have the GNOSQL organization where we we have finally an amazing amount of number of Java C samples, right? I mean, we could see ArongDB, Docker, ArongDB, MongoDB. We have index values here, so this way I can go exactly in the environment that I wish to go. So I want to learn mobile Elasticsearch. It's fine. We can go ahead and be happy with that. So we covered the SE profile, but Jakarta EE microprofile can go beyond the Java C, right? So we can go to web profile where so far we only have one sample. And with OpenLibty and MongoDB. What we can do here is, okay, let's create more samples like combination with Jakarta, GSF, with WebSockets, with uh, REST profile, REST API. So we can have at least uh, one integration sample each one. I mean, one with GSF, one with uh, WebSockets, one with MVC, right? And one each one. So we can have like we can cover the Jakarta in microprofile integration down there here.
Oh, it is amazing. We can mix those things and those specifications. So I think that it's a good opportunity to open opportunities to the community to get started. So maybe we could use some samples. I think that we have been. I think Gabriel and me we have did a talk and this last week trying to bring JNoSQL with together with some Jakarta specifications, and I think that we did a great job. So maybe we could get it and put on our on this sample code as well. So we could. So anyone that is watching us right now, if you're interested to create sample codes using Jakarta, mixing Jakarta specifications, because as Otavio said, is a beyond than Java C. And so feel free to reach out in our Twitter handle, and we will be happy to help you to get started to contribute with that. So maybe we could again start to open an issue about that, Otavio.
Yeah,
It's
that's what was
amazing.
my thoughts. I mean, you
Yeah,
can create this issue together,
yeah,
right?
right. I can do
Um,
this. Do you want
so
that I open right from here, or do you want
yes,
to?
yes, please do it so we can do it together.
Oh, okay, great, great. So I will open
And
my
while you
my.
open the tab, I will explain why documentation and the demos are so important. And why we spend too much time. I mean, we did the code, we did the implementation. Right now, we are writing articles, writing, doing presentation, especially because of scalability. That is why we spend a lot of time on documentation. If you think on, okay, Otavio, but I mean, the time that we're here, you could write my code. Yes, it's true. However, if I don't write documentation, if I don't care about scalability, write articles, you're not able to do things like this. Like, I mean, Max become a committer, and by the way, congratulations again because of that. Bruno was able to help right now. Gabriel is helping, and gracefully, thankfully, about the documentation and the clean code design. I mean, we need to focus on that. I mean, we need to pay attention where our us is not the focus, but somebody else who is able to understand, read, and keep going the project.
Got,
Nice.
got it. So thanks, Otavio.
I
I
just
didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't talk anything about comments and something like that because I don't know why. But thanks again, and yeah, I'm looking forward to pay attention with those steps, and then and probably I will be very happy to help the project and so on. So it's very interesting to understand that once we work on an open source, we are working not for ourselves, we are working for another developer. So when we are developing code, we need to pay attention with clean code and the best practices in the code, because on the other side, another developer will look at the code. Am I right, Otavio? So
Yes, the idea is exactly like that. I mean, uh, you need to make it easier to somebody else to contribute. It's like our job. The main difference is because nobody is paying here, so we need to make the developer experience as easier as possible to make it happen. So feature requests, I don't know,
yeah,
maybe
I think so.
we can.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Okay, I think that
I
we
I
think
can.
think that we should have a new issue template. I mean, we need to have an open issue.
Let's do this. I think that we are able to do this. Am I right? Let's improve this thing. No. Oh, I think that I don't have this access right now. But no
nice.
worries,
No,
no worries, no
no.
worries.
If you go to GitHub, the folder, no, 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 inside the
Git-
project, uh, go to the code again. 1 second. Code. There is the GitHub folder.
Mm,
There
issue.
is issue template
mm. Yeah, I
where,
think
as
that.
you can see, you have a couple.
Yeah.
Uh, and what you should do is that is a link to learn more about template chooser. We have the option is number one is database proposal.
Okay.
Or what you can do is create.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, because well, I don't know if.
Basically, what you need to do is create a new one. We don't need to do
Okay.
it right now. Uh, a new file like this to be more generic one.
Okay.
So
Uh,
I guess
Generic,
Let's make it.
generic one. Generic
I
issue.
guess we do have this one here in Jakarta data.
Really amazing.
Yes.
Oh, I did a big mistake right here. Hold on. Oh, let me
So
say hello to Bruno. Bruno's on the chat. So Bruno is very happy about that. So thanks, Bruno. Also, we got Aristides. Oh, he's in Panama. Am I right? So
yes,
amazing.
he's a good friend. We wrote a book together.
Great, great. It's good to know that. So welcome, Aristides. Feel free to send us questions or comments. Amazing. Oh, look at that. The conversation getting started.
Oh, bienvenido.
Yeah.
So I
Uh,
Yeah.
share to you a sample. It is Markdown, where what we can do is open a PR.
I send in the WhatsApp to you, or Max, and the link.
I think that it is. Am I right?
Yes,
Okay,
this one
great.
here, exactly. So
So
the
I will.
idea is you need to create a PR because basically it is a template to issues. So you can create is a more generic one.
Sure. Hold on. I will open right here. The PR. Hold on. I'm open my ED, my IntelliJ. It's amazing. You guys
Advertisement
doing
ahead.
okay. This
Advertisement
is
ahead.
one amazing. So
Hello, Vicid. Vicid.
it's so hard to pronounce those things. So
Yes. Oh, another artist, Virel. Thanks you very much. Great, Otavio. Excellent work with JNoSQL.
The pleasure is ours. I mean, Gabriel helped, Max helped, Bruno helped as well. By the way, if you have any questions while you're doing that, please let us know. You're able to do questions around the Eclipse Foundation process, Korea, and code, Java code design, and so on.
And
amazing. Go
have a
ahead.
good
I'm just
Friday.
synchronize everything.
The Bruno write us help and that happy that helped a little. Yes, pronunciation not very well, but I think it's dead.
Matheus
Oh,
Amazing.
Cruz.
Mateus. Hello, Mateus.
As you can see here, our issue template is uh, a form way, so it's a YAML file where Bruno Borges loves. So what you can do right now is based on this markdown, we can create another one more generic. So this way we can have like a plan B file. No YAML, but markdown.
Markdown. Okay.
Yes,
Oh, sorry. I did a mistake. A little mistake.
MD.
Okay, great. I think this is the. Oh, sorry. This is a sample. I just copy and paste the data. So I
Yeah,
don't know
so you
if you want
can
to add something. So you are in a
let me
good
see.
time to do this.
So
What do you think? You think that we need to add something more?
yes,
Maybe.
it's fine. Let me user case. A user, I want to blah 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 blah. So open PR, so I want to merge it,
Okay,
and
great.
then
Okay, great.
this is great as well because I'm able to see open source in practice.
Great. So, okay. I used to create a new branch, so I will. Mm, that's good. I will add. Okay, great. So I will commit this one. So it's I will sure, for example, or maybe feature.
No, because fetch is to change code
Oh
directly,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Sure
right.
is a change code, but not directly the codes like this one. I
Yeah,
mean, if you wish
yeah.
to increase Maven dependency, sure. If you are not familiarized with this change on the commit, I recommend you to take a look on this link here. So it's Git message conversion.
Great. Oh,
So
Gabriel
it's
is falling down. Okay, well, add okay, then issue template.
yes, Mateus, exactly. It's a convention here. So you put the prefix of the change plus a comment that happened.
Oh, great, Mateus, for a comment. Mateus is one that I met on a Red Hat meetup São Paulo last week. So uh, he's a amazing one that wants to understand more about open source contribution. So I have been talking to him a little bit on our Discord server. So it's amazing to see. So I will open right here, and right here I will go back to.
So you're able to open PR.
Well, I hope this one on this way. Okay,
Okay.
I
So I
think that.
refuse because the title is not clear enough. I'm kidding.
No, no,
Oh,
I mean, okay, no worries. Let's do the information. uh,
because the context matters, right? I
yeah,
mean, I'm
any
kidding, but the point
new
is, I mean,
issue.
even if you decide to do it alone, start an open project alone, try to follow the best practices possible to make available to somebody else to read it. So right now, I'm able to understand what's going on, even alone. I know sometimes nobody's there, nobody's able to watch, and then we push directly in the master on the main branch. But it should be an exception, not the rule. Okay, my advice for you, and you can replicate that for your work. I mean, avoid to put something that you do not explain why you're doing that.
I think that
That is
uh,
good to go.
yeah, is that good to one? I think
Is that good to go? Yes.
yeah, great. So I think it's a good
Okay, the
one.
title, it's a simple. You can put create a new issue template or create a user case issue template. And that is beautiful to go.
Okay, amazing. So it is one.
We what we usually do is wait until you become green, but come on, it's just comments. So are you more directly? So I would say thank you, Max,
Oh, amazing.
and then close the PR.
Okay,
So right now, in theory, when you go to new issue, you're able to
amazing. So
when you go to issue, new one. Right now, you should have a new option. Here you go.
oh, amazing,
We have a
great.
new user case. Okay,
Okay.
right now, create sample, right? Create Jakarta E samples. As a
So
user, you can use the API user or application user.
I don't use application user. Maybe it's application user is a good one as well.
Yes.
What I need to do.
As a user, I want to have samples using
I will type right
exploring
here. Okay.
more the
I will
Jakarta
type.
E capability. Yes.
I need it. Am I right? I need I need to create samples. Code samples. Code samples. I think that we could.
Oh, and then we have another question. As really to using conventional committees on JNoSQL, like is using the a short these things or build line.
Yes, we do. We do have this on the contributing doc.
Yeah.
Yes, and the contribution doc. I will get the link here, and then
So
document contribution doc having our information about
Here it
this.
is. Here it is. We can see that there is an information about that. If you scroll down,
contribute to the doc. I share the link with the index
okay,
already.
great, great,
I mean, it's a real project, right? So we try to do it as much as possible, but sometimes it's not happen.
Oh, Matheus, you
But
can
on
find.
majority, you try to do.
okay,
Yeah.
amazing, great. It's a good question.
So
Um,
Matheus, you can take a look at the guideline and check if it's clear. If not clear, you can open APR. I mean, you can use the user guide sample. Okay, a user I wish to understand the guideline because it's not clear, for example, or some points not clear, or even open APR. Okay, this point's not clear. I understood that, so make sure that everybody's following the same direction.
amazing. So right here, okay, I'm just select the application user and API user. So what I need to do is to create sample codes. I think that we got a lot of things. For example, documentation, so on. How can we? Do you have some idea to do the information right here, Otavio? Could you could you
We
help
can
me an
put
idea?
some samples like GSF,
And
Jakarta
and
samples.
add code sample to the. I will put the repository. Am I right? So I think it's a good one to. I think this is the repository. Am I right? Uh,
Yeah.
and to the. Okay. There are more information that we want to do right here. It's needed. I think it's needed to add more code samples into the. Oh, am I right? So if we scroll down, okay, good. Mm, do you want to add something right here, or you want to that I create the issue and you can add that thing for your side? What do you think, Otavio?
Okay, I can add some suggestion on my side.
Okay, so I think that it's a good one. I don't know if that is missing something. So, but I will open right here. Okay, so I think that you are in good shape to do to suggest something more about that. Am I right?
Yes.
Great. So okay, so it is. So I think once you add more information, we will see that thing alive. Okay, let's see the comments on the chat. So let's see. Oh, Mateus saying some project uses validations for the comments. Verifying
Perfect.
that the commit in pull request is in accordance with the project guide. Yeah, we got ECA verification. Am I right, Otavio? We got
Yes, we do.
verification. So if you want to contribute to Jakarta to Eclipse Foundation projects, you should assign the ECA agreement. So without that, we are not able to contribute with that. But pay attention on the contribution guideline in the project. You will be able to find out information how to do this. And once you got it, also I recommend to follow the contribution guideline because there's many information in there. There are many information in there. For example, you need to we got specified some the commits guideline. You have a specified test patterns. For example, Elias Nogueira have been shared a lot of good information on there, so you could pay attention with that as well. As I said to you guys, open source give you opportunity to learn a lot of things with a specialist like Otavio, like Elias Nogueira and so on. So it's a very interesting way to improve your career. So amazing things. So with that we also can be able to pay attention with that. So maybe create some mixing things, mixing JNoSQL with macro profile, mixing JNoSQL with another kind of specification. We haven't did some integration with WebSockets and so on in our talk, but feel free to do this. Being validation with REST, so amazing, amazing one. So if you guys on the chat got experience with any kind of
Oh,
Jakarta specification and you want to help us to create those sample codes, feel free to clone this project, this
And Max,
and so
uh,
on.
cut to you a little bit. We're talking about Eclipse. I share now in the chat link to Eclipse Foundation for you create UX and read more about this.
Oh, great. So, Otávio, do you want to say more thing about that? So, please.
oh yeah, the idea here is to cover. We are getting close to the final version of Jakarta NoSQL and Jakarta data. And the idea here is to document it more with more samples. Of course, we need to fix bugs. If you ask me about the future of JNoSQL right now, it's stability, right? I mean, we changed a lot of things. You broke a lot of things. Right now is to write down, to receive feedback from the users, from us, to check if it makes sense or not. Because the idea is, okay, if it makes sense, we need to write down the TCK. That's basically the test for Jakarta specification to make available to somebody else do it as well. I mean, so stability, check if it's okay, receive feedback from the community, write more documentation, articles, videos around it, and finally move to the next step that is think about the new version of Jakarta NoSQL for them. Silence, silence.
Max, I don't hear you.
Oh, sorry.
And
I always fighting against my microphone. No worries.
sometimes
No
I
problem.
have delay. I don't know. My connection today is so terrible. Otavio say anything, I see the mouth of the Otavio, and after 3 or 4 seconds, I hear the voice of Otavio. And you speaking, and, oh my gosh, Max say I don't hear Max.
Oh, it's
Oh, is
amazing.
that a question? Does it make sense to add simple with Quarkus? I do think so. I remember that somebody's Italian that's called Max write down the integration with SQL
Yeah, I
long time
find out
ago.
this one, Otavio. I find out this one. I have been paying attention with that, and I think that maybe we could help them to integrate another databases as well. Uh, they just integrate MongoDB, I think so, and but it's a very interesting one. I find out this one. I found out this information. During the creation of the talk that I did with Gabriel together, we I find out this one because I tried to find out on a way to create the project and so on, and I found out this. But just integrate the document API only. I think so. I think that we maybe we could pay attention with that. Maybe helping them to integrate another kind of database storage family. For example, maybe giving them opportunity to connect with key value style, or maybe column style and so on. But something that we need to pay attention with that. So, but I'd like to share with you guys this link that Otavio sent me. So we are waiting. We are in review phase, I think, for the new release. Am I right, Otavio? So it will take a little time. I think one week. Am I right? So mm,
Yes, the idea is to release, as you can see here, going up a little bit up, June 21st.
oh, great.
So in 2 weeks, the idea is to release the version uh, 1.0.0. So the final version of the implementation, but we don't have the specification final yet.
Oh,
So it's gonna be amazing to, but it's something that we need to do. So we have been waiting for a while, and right now we discuss. I open some to social medias, and we believe right now that we have maturity enough to release a version of 1.0.
amazing. So once we got more information, like we opened the initial, getting more documentation, improving the documentation, grading talks, and so on, we can help the project to be maturity more and more. Am I right? So I think that this is the next step that we need to do. Am I right?
Yeah, I guess right now the step that we need to do right now. I mean, as community, of course, you can do whatever you want, whatever you wish. But what I'm gonna do and instead with people to do is write down about the new version. I mean, what I can do with this new version, this new release. Write articles, writing samples, promote them. I mean, make everything prepare because June 21st, we should release and make a lot of noise about this new release.
Oh, great. So I will let me stop and share my screen. And I think that we got in good shape to talk a little bit, maybe just clarify more questions from the audience. And I think that we are in good shape. Am I right? Am I right, Gabriel? Do you want to just to say something more about that? Oh, Gabriel, you are muted now. It's not my
Oh,
turn. It's your
technology.
turn now.
Yes. I mean, somebody will forget about this detail.
No worries. Oh, that's okay. So I think it's amazing to work on a project that's a real
Sorry,
project,
my
especially.
my wave was little bug. Uh,
Oh man, no worries, no worries. I face this problem sometimes. Well, it's a very interesting to see real to work in a real project, especially in an open source project. So to see the process. I got a question to Otavio. I think that
I ask Otavio, how workings and the committee organized to finish the release. They have a lot of meetings and like you sit with the committers to say, oh, we put this in the release. How working the
Hello,
how it's
Lucas.
working.
How does it work? Yes. The point is, we have a couple of asynchronous discussions, especially because the whole idea of open source is be efficient with time resource. Especially because we are talking about a volunteering time, right? So we need to be efficient with that time. We're not able to do what the company does, like okay, let's have 35 meetings every week because I don't know, we have time. Let's wait it. So mostly of the discussions happen asynchronously with issues, with PRs, and also with the main list. We have a monthly that is the Jakarta NoSQL specifications, and that is it. And about the cake, Bruno, Max will prepare and give it to us. I mean, he has the
oh,
power to use plan for free. I mean, he's Max Milias. So he's able to prepare the cake and give for everybody where. Doesn't matter. By the way, put where you're from because Max is able to take your address to give cake for you.
Otavio, don't say that, man. You say that.
Max,
You with your dad jokes are amazing. I love it, but don't do this, man.
Max,
You're corrupt to me.
I will be a cake, Max.
Okay, amazing. So,
I mean,
yeah, yeah.
it's not my fault. It's your brand name, Max Milias. I
Oh,
mean, we're supposed to fly for free, right? And
Yes,
why are you
because you
flying
use
for free?
millions.
Why not use cakes? Give a cake to everybody.
oh man,
Because these
Maximilian
jokers
is a
never.
wall. Yeah.
I mean, we can explore the democracy here. So, okay, Rio de Janeiro, guys, is closed. So Max will provide that for you. I mean, who is a favor for Max and cakes for everybody here in this live?
Choose
Please
No,
one.
raise
no,
your hand.
no, 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 no. No!
We have
Who
two
is
persons here.
against
The
that
guy in the
idea?
chat.
Raise their hand.
I will raise my hand. It's a valid vote.
Okay.
It's a valid vote. Is it a valid vote? No.
Yeah, it's valid, but it's not enough. Two against one.
Great.
I'm sorry for you.
Sorry, Max.
Is this the way that a comet works? For example, if you decide something on Jakarta, you got a kind of voting process. It's a kind of way.
Yes, the majority things happen with the process, vote process. And And that is politician process. I mean, as developer engineers, we talk now. My thing is computer, but I can assure for you that the highest projects they are communication. I mean, Java has a committee to discuss, to have ideas. Not always the best ideas got approved. I mean, we got several ideas that was supposed to be amazing, but it was rejected for some reason, or because it was not a good time. It was because the companies decided to not support that at that time, and things like that. So it's a mix of politician way. So you need to explore like, okay, sometimes I propose something that's not clear. Some people are able to refuse. So we can discuss, and then uh, how can I say, put the election again. Right now we got a more stability in Jakarta NoSQL, but if you go to Jakarta data right now, that is the pre-new brand, you can see a huge discussion, especially with me and Nathan, around the code design. Okay, need to go to that direction, and sometimes uh, we go off his way, sometimes mine way. But every time they have a discussion, a huge discussion like that, you're able to measure the trade-offs, and then based on that trade-off, you can choose the better one. Not the perfect one, because it's impossible to make everybody happy the whole time, but at least the middle case. Okay. For example, uh, in Jakarta data right now, we have a tie coupling with JPA. Each I don't like it, so you're able to see every discussion with JPA issue. Like, okay, it's too much JPA in a repository interface, and they say no, 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 move away, and then discuss the use and colossal discussion about why not have specialization of JPA instead of believe that everybody uses relational database. So if you go to Jakarta data, you might see several discussion around that. And it's not the right person, the wrong person. It's about, okay, let's do it together and take the best knowledge that we have. I mean, Nader is a super smart guy who has a huge knowledge, especially in the relational database, which I don't have. I'm more expert in NoSQL database, and the idea is, okay, let's try to negotiate to make deals around the API to make to fit for both of us.
Yeah, it's interesting to see that. I have been see a discussion in order to about to add Jakarta NoSQL on Jakarta platform as well, and I saw someone as saying that they are concerned about that because they are saying that we are putting carry language in there, but there's no carry language. We are just extending the access to native ones from the vendor. For example, we know that Cassandra has a special carry language, and there are a huge discussion about that. I saw someone asking that. I'm just trying to find out the issue, but it's very interesting to see that the asynchronous conversation is happening, and by this way, the specification is getting be concluded, and the Jakarta is going forward. So I think that this is politician discussion is very interesting, and open sources go beyond than the code. Am I right? Looks like it's not so philosophical discussion. It's more about
Yes, it's a
how
technical discussion, it's a
the technical
political discussion,
discussion.
it's a
Yeah,
commercial discussions.
yeah.
Uh, in Brazil, we usually think that open source is philosophy way to do delivery software, but it's a shallow way to think about open source. Especially if you're a commuter, you become a commuter, you can see that, okay, you need to think about science, you need to go to computer science, you need to go to software engineering to understand exactly what's going on behind the scenes. And by the way, Max, if you have the link, please share it with us about this.
Yeah, I will find out right now. I'm just trying to. Oh God, I I save it on my favorites, but I think it's on my cell phone. It's not my in my. Let me
Oh,
see. No SQL. Let me see.
if you don't want to,
Oh,
you can
oh,
send
I
it to
find
me.
out. I find out. Let me share my screen right now. Uh, okay, so this one. So it's a discussion about to add JNoSQL, Jakarta NoSQL. I think it's an old one, but it still happens. I think so.
Yes, you have.
Um, yeah, and it looks like there's someone from Red Hat that is saying that is not approved to add this one, and and the Frank and the Elner has answered about that. So maybe it's what I can, what I want you to share here is that this discussion still happens behind the scenes, and it's more than just sharing code. They are discussion decisions directions from the project, and it's very interesting to see how those things works, and especially about the discussion, and everything is open on there. So if you want to get to look at that and understand how those things happen, it'd be interesting one. So, Otavio, I send you the link. I think that you have that read, but it's gonna get chat, okay? But it's very interesting. They are saying that we don't approve of that because looks like it's trying to adding a new carrier language, but Werner had answered in a good way. So we just um, add a capability to use a special carrier language for each kind of vendor. So I think that thing it still happens yet. Am I right? Am I right, Otavio? Uh, but but
Yeah.
but the only thing that I the object the main goal about that is just to show up to the people that open sources go beyond than just to code and share and the philosophy. There are many kind of perspective that you need to pay attention, especially about the project, about how the project works in the market and so on. It's very interesting to say that. Let
Yeah, I
me.
mean, if you go to the Jakarta data one, for example, we can see several good discussions. I mean, for example, Red Hat said no because they don't believe in that way. I mean, it's a trade-off. We are using in majority the Spring philosophy. Yeah, that's true. Uh, he said no, but uh, we don't like this approach. So if you go to the latest comment by Stuart Mark, this link here, let me share the link.
Send it.
He say the spec is a largely copy of Spring Jakarta Spring Data, a post or ethos, and that is something that
Oh
we
God.
not fundamentally agree with. And then of course we started a private discussion, especially because Quarkus are doing something that this person fundamentally does not believe. So I mean, what's going on there, right? I mean, he says something, but the code says something else.
Okay. So I don't know why, but my window is frozen.
Let it go. Oh, yeah.
Oh God. I will be back in order to end up the session. Hold on, please.
And Max return. All right. I will open here this link you sent to us. In this moment, the Max dot return. Sometimes the Max it's say, "Oh, I am lazy to work."
Yeah. Well, anyway, I guess we are time to wrap up, right? Anyway, so the idea here, hopefully, we share the link. The whole discussion is open. You're able to give your opinions, your feedbacks around both.
Yes.
Uh,
Oh, oh, Max return.
Oh, thanks. Oh, my machine is tricked me.
But I will give the screen to you again.
No, okay, thanks. Well, I'd like to say thank you for Otavio to spread more about the project and to be helping us, supporting us during the process, and we are very glad to be helpful to make this project work. So I'm just thank you again, Otavio. Thanks a lot,
oh, it's my pleasure.
and so on.
Thank you,
And
Gabriel.
before to end up, Gabriel, do you want to say something to the audience? And of course, guys, I don't have
Yes.
cake to send to everyone.
I
You
have
will,
a,
you will. Trust us.
I have
I'm
a
sure you
good.
do it.
Oh my, amazing. I have a true. Yes, a true. I think is a true informations. Next week, we have a TDC,
Oh,
and guys, I open my calendar here. Yes, and next week we have only one live in the Monday, and Wednesday and the Friday, me and Max, we stay in TDC, and the TS event is a presential, and we don't make live on these days. All right, and the Wednesday 14 and the Friday 16, and I have on this news, and then you have more news, Max. You can say.
yeah, I'd like to say another. Okay, it's another good news because we don't spend more, take more sessions about Coffee with Java, but we will got the special sessions during the TDC. We will got so Java and TDC. We are trying to organize those things, and maybe we could transmit from there about how those things work. Maybe bring more people to speak more to take a presentation on our Java channel. So it'd be amazing. And so that's it. I'm doing well. I'd like to say sisto because it's in Portuguese. It's mean that we are in good shape to take
Oh,
time in the rest
oh,
and the
if I
weekend.
don't.
And I'd like to pass my turn to Otavio. And Otavio, feel free to send anything that you want. If you want to, don't don't fight me again, okay? But I, I give you an opportunity to say something more about that. Please, Otavio, go ahead.
No, that's my pleasure, and I don't have power to fight somebody. That is it.
Okay, guys. So with this amazing session, I'd like to say see you maybe in 2 weeks again ahead. Okay. So
No, no, no. 2 weeks, no. The next Monday.
well, what you said, man? Are you crazy?
No, no. Monday,
Huh?
segunda-feira, Monday. We don't go to TDC. We go to TDC Wednesday.
Oh, okay, okay.
And
You are my boss. Oh,
Wednesday,
I got it. I got it. You are my
Wednesday
boss.
and
I will follow
Friday,
your
we don't
orders.
make
Okay.
live. But we see the guys in the Monday.
You see, Otavio, it's something that I need to face. Anything in a voluntary way, I need to face it. Okay, so guys, see you next time.
See you
Bye
next time,
bye.
See you.
guys. Thank you,
Bye.
Otavio, to entering this session with us. Bye bye.